I've been reading Genesis chapter 6, and it raises a lot of questions. Verse 1 says that men began to multiply on the earth and daughters were born to them. But this made me pause for a moment. If daughters were born to them when men began multiplying, how exactly did the multiplication begin in the first place? Am I overthinking that? Or is there something about the wording that we might be missing? Then in verse 2 it says the sons of God saw the daughters of men and took them as wives. Why that distinction? Why sons of God and daughters of men? Is it simply describing two groups of people? Or is there something deeper being hinted at? Some interpretations say the sons of God were fallen angels or watchers. Others say it refers to a specific lineage of people, and some wonder if it relates to Adam originally being created in God's image. So who exactly were these sons of God? Verse 3 then says God's Spirit will not always strive with man, and that his days will be 120 years. Why that specific number? Is it a limit on human lifespan, or a countdown before the flood? Verse 4 mentions giants in the earth, and also says the sons of God and daughters of men produced mighty men of old, men of renown. Where did these giants come from? And what does it mean that they were men of renown? Verses 5 to 7 describe the wickedness of humanity becoming so great that God decides to destroy life on the earth. But something interesting stands out. The judgment includes animals, creeping things, and birds of the air. If the cause was human wickedness, why were animals included? And another detail, the fish of the sea are not mentioned. Later, in verse 9, Noah is described as a just man who was perfect in his generations. And it says he walked with God. That same phrase was used earlier for Enoch. What does it really mean to walk with God? Then in verses 14 to 16, God gives Noah specific instructions for the ark. Go for wood, exact measurements, 3 levels, a window, and a door on the side. Why these exact details? And when the animals are brought into the ark, land animals and birds are mentioned again, but fish are still not included. Genesis 6 feels less like a simple story and more like a chapter full of mysteries. These are not conclusions, just questions that came up while reading. If you've ever thought about any of these details, I'd be interested to hear your perspective.